Yo, 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 yo. What's up, everybody? It's the Good Life Podcast, the Kickback. It's your boy, Good Life Russ.
It's your boy, Good Life Twan. We got a
We got
special guest here
another
today, man. My boy
another
Chris,
guest.
man.
Let's go.
Yo, peace, love, man.
How you feeling, fam?
Feeling pretty good, man. Mental good,
I love to
phys-
hear it.
physically good. Ready to knock every day out.
Yes, sir. So tell the people who you are, where they can find you at.
Man, my name Chris. Born and raised from Dayton, Ohio. Co-founder of clothing brand Prestige Avenue. Designer. Everything that's on the website, I design everything. So yeah, go check the website out, man. Let me know what you think. Twan got the hoodie on.
Hey.
That hoodie didn't make it to the website because Twan he like to pull up on me and be like, "What you doing with this?" I'm like, "Man, this is something I cooked up. It ain't official for real." He like, "Man, I need that." I'm like, "Bet, I appreciate bro for the support, man. He come through, man.
My guy.
And I like what y'all got going on too, man. Support."
That's love. You was telling me a little bit off air how y'all met. Can you go ahead and tell the audience about that?
Yeah, for sure. We met at a company called Spectra in Vandalia. I'm still there. He took off on me. He left me, man. I'm still in there holding it down, man. Met Twan in there, he good guy, man. He could talk a lot too. I said, yeah, podcast right up your lane, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, this for you, boy.
But still, I love that guy, man. Good guy.
That's a blessing to hear, man. Like I said, man, from day one, bro, I knew bro was, you know what I'm saying, cool dude, bro. Literally, I always been stand up. He was quiet. That's what made me, you know what I'm saying, click to him because it was like he be paying attention to his surroundings. He ain't really talking about too much nothing. You feel me? He chilling in the cut, just paying attention. Like, you feel me? Like, good people hard to come by, man. Like I said, he introduced me to his brand, man, and every since, man, it's been like, you know, what you got? What's over there? You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling up. Cause I know he done made something that's fire that he second guessing dropping it. I'm gonna get my hands on it first. You feel me? Like,
For
bro,
sure.
bro, bro, real talented dude, man. You know, definitely, you know, like I said, support the brand, man. He's always been a supporter since day one. When I told him what I was gonna do, he said exactly what he just said. Like, man, that's you. Like, you know, I'm definitely gonna support, and he has. You feel me? So it's an honor to have him here with us today. You know what I'm saying? You know, tell us a little bit about himself and what he got going on. You know, about his brand, and then just a little bit more about who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know him well. You know, I like to introduce him to y'all, but I think he'll introduce himself a little better.
Mm-hmm.
So for sure. Well,
Yeah,
born.
give us some insight of like what was your inspiration behind the brand? What was year one like? Walk us through.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll give you a short story of my life story, man. Uh, Grew up Dayton, Ohio, born and raised, man. Playing football. Started playing football when I was about 7. That's how I know majority of the people I know for real. Uh, I was a soft little fat kid, man. Before I got into football, I had a stepdad. He was like, "Bro, you gotta find you something to do, bro." I'm like, "You right." So we got into football, Dayton Flames. Uh, so I was big. Like I said, I was a little short, little fat kid. I had to play with the older kids. So when I found out I had to play with the older age, so we was 5, 6, and 7s. I had to play with the 8-year-olds, and
Mm.
I was scared as hell, man. And I was telling my stepdad like, I don't want to play football no more. I don't, I don't want to do this. He like, man, you signed up. You gonna finish this. Like, I don't care what you talking about. And I really appreciate him for that. So yeah, my first year playing football, I got MVP, bro. Like, coaches saw how coachable I was, discipline, don't talk back, none of that. So the what's that called? The banquet come around, they give out
Yeah.
the trophies. They said MVP go to Christopher Pearson. I'm like, what? I didn't even know what that was. I hear people smacking their lips, hating on me and shit. I'm like, damn. So ever
How he
since
get
then,
it?
yeah, ever since then, 7 years old, bro, I played football up until high school for real. I went to Dunbar High School, made it to sophomore year. And so, like I said, my stepdad got me involved in football, but he ended up splitting up with my mom as soon as I got into high school. So I was like, that's when I started veering off, getting in the bull, worrying about all the wrong stuff, failing. Had to go to Mount Street, get my grades right. Shit. So as soon as I turned 18, caught my first charge. I ain't get convicted on it. I just caught my first gun and drug charge. Did a week in the county. I'm like, bruh, this ain't it, bruh. I ain't. This ain't what I'm about to be going through for the rest of my life. So when I got out the county, bruh, I started working. Been working ever since, man. Like, just trying to figure it out, bruh. Trying to
A
figure it
journey.
That's
out. Yeah.
real, man.
So,
That's real inspirational too. I love that. We got some guests coming in, flooding in too. Miss Mona Brown said, hey y'all, good evening. What's up, Miss
What's
Mona?
up, Mona?
good evening.
And we got Tyler Jashawn Perkins Hodges said, yo, what's up? What's good?
Yo.
What's up, Tyler?
What's good, family? I love that, man. I love that your story, you start off with, all right, there was some peace, there was some adversity, but at some point, I had to take responsibility for my life.
Yeah,
I
for
had to take accountability for my life. And as young men, it's easy for us to pass the buck until one day it's like, man, I gotta figure it out. I gotta fight these battles. I gotta make these choices. You know what I mean? I gotta get up hungry.
Yeah, them decisions, them definitely matter, bro. And when you make that wrong one, and I don't understand when you make that wrong one, and you going through some stuff that stress you out. Why you keep doing it? Like that's what I want to talk about discipline, bro. Like why you want to keep going through this, bro?
Yeah, yeah. And I love that that's the topic that you want to cover. The more that I discover discipline stuff, especially as it comes to healing, I'm realizing there is no quote unquote bad discipline. It takes discipline even to do the wrong shit. You dig? Like it takes discipline not to show up. So our thing is we gotta be mindful where we putting our discipline, where we putting our energy.
For sure.
And a lot of times when I wasn't on the straight and narrow, it was easy to just wake up on nonsense. The homies like, let's go to the casino. Like, you feel me? It's easy. Like, shit, I'm putting my shoes on.
Easy.
But another one of your homies like, yo, let's go have a conversation. Let's go heal. It's like, nah, I get to that. You know what I mean? Like, I hit you back, bro. Like, I'm busy. So how is discipline for you, especially as, an entrepreneur, especially as someone who has multiple facets? What has been your journey of discipline? How was it in the beginning? And then how did you notice that it started to evolve or change?
Well, I can say, like I said, when I got out the county and I started working, since then, I always knew that I needed to provide a roof and food, a roof over my head and food in my refrigerator. So that was like the first discipline that I instilled in myself. You gotta make some money. You gotta go to work. You gotta do something with yourself to be something. I'm not trying to be a couch hopper, house hoppers, none of that. So that's the first discipline I instilled in myself was make sure I take care of what I got going on, my priorities and stuff. But throughout my twenties, I start realizing like, yeah, I'm doing what I need to do, but it's not enough. Something missing. Like up until now, like when I hit 30, I'm like, bruh, yeah, I could take care of what I need to take care of, but yeah, I can take my bad. Yeah, I can take care of what I need to take care of, but something is missing. Like I know it can be better than this. So
Mm-hmm.
I start feeding my mind and the stuff I listen to with discipline things. Like even though I'm not the best disciplined person. Like I'm not the best at it. I just know I need it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's smart. What's
yeah.
that like for you, Twan? How's discipline been for you on this journey?
Man, as undisciplined as it can be.
Got to order about that disorder, brother. Got to.
No, man, but discipline has definitely been a part of my journey. And like you said, discipline create habits, whether the habits are bad or good. You know, it's not a such thing as a bad discipline. I mean, the discipline is what it is. It's just what comes from it. And I think that early in life, you know, it was kind of installed in me from my father that, you know, you should have discipline, but I don't think I ever grasped the concept of, you know, what areas to focus on when they say discipline. And, you know, later in my adult life, when I start going through different things and I start having to figure it out, it became more clear. After I had my daughter at 24, it was like, you know, like, hey, it's time, you know.
Buckle down.
My discipline came from the responsibilities that I received early in life. Unfortunately, you know, my mother died my freshman year in high school, I want to say. And it was like, you know, man, you know, this been my best friend, what I'm going to do. Sophomore year was okay, you know, figuring it out. By my junior and senior year, my dad was he was dating. So, you know, he wasn't at home. You know, he was over his lady friend house. So my whole junior and senior year, I had to, you know, make myself get up and go to school. And I think it started then, you know, recognizing that, man, I got so many bad options right here in front of me that I can choose. But, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to make myself get up and go to school because I knew, you know what I'm saying, I needed to finish school. You know, and I think, you know, from that moment forward, it kind of was like, man, this is what it got to be. You know, I went to school my freshman year at Shawnee. My GPA was higher than I ever seen. You know, I was 1.4, 1.2 guy coming out of school. Like my freshman year in college, I got a 3.2. You feel me?
Let's
And I
go.
think, you know, after going through the struggles and figuring out, you know, trying to work in the little warehouses and saying this not going to work, you know, going to college, it kind of was like, you know, man, I'm used to living on my own. You know, I've been prepared for this. You know, my dad kind of, you know, being out the way he did was a blessing in my life because it taught me discipline. It taught me structure. So you know, I was a lot more mature than, you know, a lot of my classmates. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
mean, you are, but you grasped discipline at a young age, and that's amazing, bro. You said
Factual.
your dad wasn't there to make you go to school. That was my problem. My mom, she at work all the time, so I was doing whatever the hell I wanted to, bro. But for you to know that you needed to tighten up and make yourself go to school, bro, salute, bro.
Nah, for sure. I mean, and you know, everybody got their own story, you know, so it was like, you know, I kind of just, you know, I felt like I came too far to not, you know what I'm saying? And I think it was all that space of, you feel me, knowing like, damn, like I gotta make mom proud. Like I think that was the most heartbreaking situation. It, you know, was that, you know, got to senior year and got to graduate, and it's like, damn, bro, the person who I done pushed all these years for, you know what I'm saying, didn't get to see me do it. And I think having that mindset kind of woke me up a lot because one day I had to tell myself like, shit, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't do all that for her. Like, you did that for you to make yourself better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you was happy that, you know, she would have been proud of you, you know, and I think the older I got, I started to understand that concept of what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit. Sometimes we don't say like, shit, job well done. Like you did do what you were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I became a big advocate of that. You know what I'm saying? Pat yourself on the back. Like,
Celebrating yourself.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not normal. You feel me? Like, shit, I be so hard on myself, man. You ain't doing this, or you supposed to be doing this, or why trend like this? And it's like, nigga, I don't never take them times to be like, bro, like, you had a hell of a week, bro. Like, you got everything accomplished. Like, man, your daughter made it to school every day on time. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was days, you know, I had trend full time, and it was like, of getting up late. I gotta go to work. She gotta be at school. You know, I'm kind of staggered on her going to school on time because my work schedule an hour, 2 hours behind her. You know what I'm saying? And it was like I had to definitely tell myself, like, you know, she gotta be at school on time, bro. If that means you gotta get up early and sit in the parking lot an hour early for work, you know what I'm saying? Like
The discipline.
she gotta be at school on time, bro. You know. And that's when I began to celebrate myself, when I start, having small accomplishments like that. Like, shit, man, my daughter made it to school all week on time. I feel good
Mm-hmm.
going to work. You feel me? I'm at work
Mm-hmm.
in a good mood. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ultimately rushing. You wait around to take her to school till you got to be at work. You been up 3 hours and you still late because you waiting till the last minute rushing. Like, get to work all unstable, discombobulated, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
when I start getting up and taking her and, you know what I'm saying, just being at work early and waiting, I really start realizing, like, man, self-discipline, getting up early, you know what I'm saying, taking care of your responsibility, man, make your day a whole lot better. And it
All the,
go a whole lot smoother.
yeah, all the little things. That's where discipline fall at. Every little step you take to do anything, you make sure it's organized and you're doing it right. You end up knowing it like the back of your hand. And yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. We got some comments too. Tyler Deshawn says, "Speak," with the flex emoji. Mona said, "Definitely got to give yourself some grace." Miss Renee Marie said, "I struggle with on time things with my kids and with myself." Everything bro said, was on point. Everything we've been talking about to this point was on point. We have to find purpose. A lot of times that's what trickles into what we're saying when we say give ourselves grace. We don't have a North Star. We don't have a plan. We don't know why we're doing what we're doing or where we're going. So it's easy to get burnt out on that journey. When you have a purpose, like he said, like in the beginning, I'm doing this from my mom. That's a purpose. You know what I mean? Like that's going to evolve. It's not always going to be that same purpose, but we got to find those things that's already happened in our lives that we can use to boost us. I tell everybody all the time, like having kids changed my life because it forced me to think differently. It forced me to change my mind and my routines. It forced me to be more mindful of where I am. You dig? Not walking down dark alleys at night. You hear me? Like making sure I'm not in harm's way. Making sure I'm in a room with people who can teach me, who can pour into me, who can show me how to provide for these responsibilities I put in my life. Because when we don't have that purpose, it becomes daunting. It starts to feel like a burden. It starts to feel like we're in an obligation versus we're in a passion. And when you do what you love, when you do the things that you've planned to do, it's easy to revisit on those hard days. You dig? If not, them hard days feel like they weighing you down. It felt like it got you ready to quit. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And that feeds a lot into our discipline. I see a lot of hard workers, but they just kind of go through the motions at their job. And it's like maybe you tired of making everybody else rich. Like maybe your issue is you should be putting all this work into yourself, and then it'll be easier for you to wake up like, ooh, I get to go to work. I'm allowed to go to work versus, man, I gotta go to work. It's all in the rhetoric. You dig? Like we really have to listen to how we speak about things because we're telling the truth. We telling like how interested we are. We telling how invested we are. So I don't expect anybody to work a job they hate for 100 years. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
And I expect for somebody who loves what they do to never feel like they went to work a day in their life. To never feel like this is hard. To never feel like, man, why am I here? Like I gotta go to work.
You
They
you
like,
know
man, I
my
get to go to work.
my main thing, man, find you a hobby that you can make money off of and you rich. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like a hobby is something you enjoy doing. You know what I'm saying? When you break down the word hobby, you know, and if I can benefit and profit off of my hobby, I won. Because no matter how hard these days get, this a hobby. This something I like doing. When you want to
yeah,
play the piano and you can't figure out a note to hit, discouragement make you go harder. So when you find you a hobby that you can make money off of, like you said, it's never a wear and tear day. It's never a dread of, man, I don't want to do this. You wake up every day trying, hey man, how I'm gonna be better today than I was yesterday at this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like that's finding you a hobby you can make money off of. To me, that's rich. You know what I'm saying? Like I can move. I can get up every day and do what I enjoy doing. No loss feel like a loss because you know what I'm saying, I love doing it. And I'm gonna learn from it. You know what I'm saying? Like I bet if I made a mistake on this month, you know what I'm saying, I get to looking at documentation and I say, all right, I can pinpoint here and here where I messed up at. Next month, those things gonna be corrected. You know what I'm saying? And I'm never
hmm
gonna feel dreaded while I'm doing the correction. Because I know ultimately that this is something I want to do. And if I, you know what I'm saying, execute these points where I messed up at, this little hobby thing I got is gonna continue to strive and prosper.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And that leads us into the next full circle point that we all gonna cover. It is, what is your why? You dig?
You cut out. What you said? What is what?
I said, what is your why?
Oh
And
wow.
that's something, I'm going to open up. And my why is freedom of time. I'm not a big money person. But if I can move how I want to move, I got enough money to move comfortably. I got enough money knowing like my expenses are covered. You and Twan hit me up like, bro, I want some African food. I'm like, shit, let's go to Africa. You hear me? I ain't trying to go around the block. Like, let's get on the plane. That's freedom of time for me. I ain't gotta be like, oh y'all, 6 months. I'm like, shit, Saturday, I got some tickets. Like, let's go. What we talking about? You know what I mean? Why we still here? You dig? So what is y'all why? What gets y'all out of bed? What helps y'all in your day to day?
Shit, man. My why is shit, trying to figure it out, having more freedom instead of having to go to work. Like
Yeah,
like like you said, your time.
yeah.
But I don't mind putting my time into my hobby or something that I like doing. Like it's like my purpose. My why is like my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So I jotted it down. I'm getting tongue tied up over here. I
Nah,
told you.
you good, brother.
Nah, you
You
good.
good. Yeah.
But my purpose is to build something meaningful and to inspire others. I want people to see that I move off of discipline and consistency, and I want people to see that you out on top, taking the stairs and not the elevator and the short way out. Like that's what I want to be able to feed to young men or just young people, young men, young women. I want them to know that discipline is not important, it's not valuable, it's everything. Like it's gonna get you somewhere. Like don't think that because it's taking so long that it's not gonna ever happen. Like people, they don't tell you that the reward comes after the wait and not before it. Like, yeah, man.
You gotta go through some of them storms, huh?
For
I
sure,
love that.
you gotta go through something. You got my grandfather always told me you ain't living if you ain't been through nothing. So
Yes.
you gotta go through things and don't let it break you. Just figure it out. Like as long as you waking up and breathing every day, you gonna figure it out. And especially you gotta want it. You gotta want to figure it out. Don't I don't want you to think that just being patient means just sit back and wait. No. While you waiting,
You gotta be
tweak your skills,
proactive.
tweak your
Yeah.
skills, learn your hobby. Like you said, learn what you're doing as best as you can, and you're gonna come out on top later. It ain't gonna be sooner, but it's gonna be later.
Yeah. It's like a running back. You only patient until that lane open up. But when that lane, you gotta hit it. You gotta
Yeah,
get in there.
for sure. That's why that's like how I took this opportunity. Like I could have told Twan, because I told you I'm an introvert, bro. I don't do stuff. I ain't never been on live ever. Like I ain't
Nah,
never
for
been alive
sure.
in my life, bro. Like I'm like, man, it's time to get out here, bro. Like
Yeah.
quit playing with yourself, man. Get out
Nah,
here.
Yeah.
that
I know I'm creative, man. I know I'm creative. Like even before these clothes, I did songs, bro. I got like about 500 songs put up that I never really put out, bro. I'm like real life creative, bro. And I just need to push myself to just push whatever I create and put it out there and let the people see, bro. Cause some gonna click, bro. I definitely don't mind putting 10,000 hours in, bro.
Yeah.
hey,
I'm like a real perfectionist, bro. Like I ain't gonna stop until I get it all the way right, bro. I promise.
that's major in today's society though. A lot of people don't, you know what I'm saying? It's funny, we was just talking about that 10,000 hours last week on the show. Somebody commented in the comments and it brought it up. You gotta have at least 10,000 hours of practice or something before you could teach it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Uh, and so when you say that, I mean that hit home and ring bells. And they kind of, go into my why. I think, like you said, my why has always been, noticing the storms that I went through. They create character. Um, they've always pushed me to know, what I'm saying, what was going on. Like, you know, any trial that we may face growing up or going through life, you feel me, any endeavors that you might be, faced with on your normal everyday life, any obstacles at work, what I'm saying, at school, because this even for the young people, what I'm saying, like shit, our kids in more danger than we ever done seen before in today's time, what I'm saying, like,
Mm-hmm.
remembering yesterday's storm kind of always pushed me to my why, always pushed me into getting up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I always installed in myself that I want tomorrow or today to be better than yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like when I lay down, I'm praying for tomorrow to be better than what today was. When I wake up, I'm praying that today is better than what yesterday was. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so my storm is always behind me. You know what I'm saying? I'm never kind of, looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I stand in it and I understand it. And once it's behind me, that's where it is. You know what I'm saying? I always acknowledge it, but I don't give it that power. You know what I'm saying? Like I allow myself to push through. And it just make me understand, like, you know what I'm saying? When you doing something, shit, yesterday, you know what I'm saying, didn't have to end that way. You ain't have to wake up. You know what I'm saying? So my why gonna always be that, you made it through yesterday, whatever trial that you went through. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it better today.
If you had a bad day, that discipline kick in, be like, you know what, today wasn't all that. I'm a turn it in early so I can make sure I give me some good rest and be prepared for tomorrow. And you wake up feeling like a whole different person because you got some great rest. Like
Yeah.
like you it's the little shit with discipline
Yeah.
that'll take you far, bro. And I'm definitely trying to practice what I preach for sure, bro.
Yeah. It's got to be a double-edged sword. You dig? I believe in duality. I believe nothing is inherently bad or good. Everything has a bad or good side. So a lot of people don't realize, like, when you trying to have a good life, it comes with bad days. You're going to have, like, it's not negotiable. You dig? Like, you're going to
Right.
have bad days, but your quality of life depends on what do you define a bad day as? Is a bad day you didn't get your way? Is a bad day that paycheck's supposed to be here Wednesday? You hear me? Now it's Thursday morning. You like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what is a bad day for you? And that will start showing you there's something I teach people in business, something I teach you in health and healing. What's happening right now is we have to raise like our basement. A lot of people's basement, and what I mean by that is like what someone considers themselves broke is $0. You dig? You gotta raise that to like I got 1,000 on me, but I feel like I ain't got it. I feel like I ain't got nothing. But it's at 1,000, it's not a zero. You hear me? Like you raising your basement, you raising like your minimums. So it has to be the same with a bad day. A
Mm.
bad day is not it rained and you know what I mean? Like you
Like
lost $20 walking to work. Like that's not a bad day.
that shit gonna happen. You can't make that bad day because that's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what happened more times than not. You dig?
For
So
sure.
for me, I consider quote unquote a bad day as like an off day. I love that you said originally like that you were an introvert. You dig?
Mm.
I started as an introvert and I have both. I have extroverted qualities too. But what a lot of people don't know about me is I have autism. So there's already certain things like that I do
Mm.
because of that. You know what I mean? There's certain ways I move. Like sometimes I'll be really excited about plans and then day of I'm like, I'm not leaving this house. You hear me? I'm about to cut my phone on.
Yeah.
Don't hit me
Like,
about nothing. I'm
I
not going
definitely
nowhere. And it could be anything for ice cream, money, like to go to the casino. It don't matter.
relate.
But I had to learn my bad days was when I went against that feeling. When I knew I was feeling off and I went out anyways. And something always happened. Something always happened. So I had to start putting that discipline in like, look, you don't always gotta be in the crowd. You don't always gotta be at the party. You ain't always gotta be outside. Like sometimes you can sit it out, even when you feeling good. This ain't even gotta be an off thing. Some days you just don't have to be around everybody. And you have to learn to be comfortable with that. You dig? One of my favorite quotes is like, if you aren't in good company, you know what I mean? If you aren't happy when you're alone, you're in bad company. If you aren't at peace when you're alone, you're in bad company. Like you are not connected with yourself. You have some type of disconnection inside of you. You have some type of cloud over you. So it doesn't matter what you go out there in the world and do. You taking that cloud everywhere with you. You taking that bad energy everywhere with you. You taking them excuses, them complaints. You know what I mean? Like, so what I push in healing is do stop finishing those negative thoughts. Stop finishing those negative statements.
Mm.
Oh man, I ain't good at just stop yourself. Just cut that shit right there. You feel you don't know what you capable of.
Find out where
You
your peace at.
yeah, there it is.
Find out what brings you peace.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you fall onto your peace? How did you find out your peace?
Getting away from damn near everything.
Okay.
Like the crowd, where I was growing up at, like just the environment. Okay, I got the enemies of discipline, right? It's three enemies.
Mhm.
You got instant gratification,
Mm.
excuses, and the crowd.
Mm.
So the crowd, okay, you got 95% of the crowd does not practice discipline. It's the top 5%ers of the wealthy, rich people that discipline is like damn near easy to them. So you following the crowd. If most of the crowd ain't on shit, you ain't gonna be on shit.
You ain't no
Right.
shit.
Like, you gotta learn to separate yourself from the BS, bro, and find peace. With me growing up, like I said, I've been an introvert. I always been like that. I'd rather not do what the crowd like to do, bro.
Yeah.
Like, people be like, man, you ain't no shit. You being boring, bro. Like, it's not boring to me, bro. It's peaceful to me. I got a clear head when I just be chilling or trying to perfect my craft or something like. But like going out, it gave me like bad anxiety and all that. Like, so I just know I need to
Same.
stay away from that shit. And
Same.
then the crowd, like even my friends, my close friends, they like being in that shit. Like I go out with them every blue moon, but we out drunk and liable to get not even make it back home. We liable to get into some bullshit, bro. And I got tired of feeling that way, bro. So
Yeah.
yeah, I bumped into my fiance, bro. She been having me out the way, brother. Like for real. Like,
I love that. Shout out to that.
man, we click on so much shit, bro. It's like it might sound weird to say, but she feel like a sister. Like I damn near feel like I don't know. She's my best friend, my fiance, and my motherfucking sister, bro. Like
Yeah.
I love that. I love that woman, man. Shout out to her.
I think that's important what you said because once we open our mind to seeing people in different ways, we start exploring how to take care of them in different ways. You dig?
Uh-huh.
And I believe every relationship I have is important. Whether you a friend, whether you a business partner, my bros, I
Uh-huh.
should be looking at all those the same ways. But also, I have to hold all those accountable in the same ways. All my homies got to be good dads. I can't rock. I can't trust you if you're not.
Uh-huh.
That's
All
a
my
fact.
people gotta be in love with themselves, getting to know themselves. I can't
Bitch,
trust you if you
I ain't
don't.
mention. I ain't got no kids, man. I
You
ain't even.
want kids?
I ain't get to mention that. Yeah, I want kids, but with them not being here, I can't. I can't like force it. I don't know, man.
I think my opinion is a parent is a person who's there for a child. Everybody, every good parent don't have kids, and everybody with kids ain't a good parent. You hear me?
Yeah, I definitely got nieces and nephews. I like
Yeah,
that
that's a parent.
for
Cause
sure.
cause it take a village.
Nah,
Truly, they
for real.
need all of us. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? They
those-
need
That's a fact.
all of us because we all have different sets of skills. You may have a lesson that I don't have. So if I keep my little ones away from you, I'm denying them of growth. If
Mhm,
I introduce them to you, I'm showing them love. And when I'm not here, they gonna call You hear what I'm saying? They gonna reach out to you. Like we all have to be present in that way.
for sure.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people out here stressed because they feel like it's all on their shoulders. They feel like they don't have no help.
That's
Mhm.
a fact.
How's that for you, Twan? Because you still relatively a new parent, you know what I mean? But you've been in the game.
Yeah,
So
man.
how was that transition from you to not having kids to like, man, I'm a whole dad out here.
It was it was peaceful because as he said, I always refer to myself as the most popular lame person you gonna meet. You know what I'm saying? Like because I was an introvert, you know what I'm saying? I like being at home. I like, you know what I'm saying, peace of mind, not really being around too many people, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it was kind of like I knew a lot of people. And I knew them via sports, you know what I'm saying? Like, playing sports, being around people at school, it was always related to something about some sports. You feel me? Like, so during that time when, my daughter came about, I mean, the crossover was kind of natural. I already was at home. It wasn't like I had to stop going out. I already was a person who kind of was conservative on saving and, you know what I'm saying, kind of responsible financially. So it wasn't a big jump there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think being a father was one of the easiest transitions in my life. It came natural. Everything I had done, witnessed my father being, I mean, like the best man he could possibly be. No, he wasn't always there present, But if he wasn't there in his absence, I always knew what he was doing. You know, it was at work or at church. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't out partying. You know what I'm saying? He was making his life. He was pouring into his life to be the best him, so he could be the best father. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I watched my dad be a terrific father figure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I could ever, you know, witness a better father. You know, I'm in the process of trying to reach to even half of where he was. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, everything about me was built for that. You know, so that transition was very simple, I should say.
And sometimes I be feeling like that's damn near what I need to be the person that I want to be is a child to make me like be like, oh, okay, now it's ain't no excuses, ain't no nothing like it's time to turn up, like for real, like get on my
Yeah,
shit, like ain't no way around it because I got this little person depending on me to make it happen for them, bro.
yeah.
But at the same time, I know I need to drill that type of discipline in myself, even though I don't have no kids. Like I know
There
that,
you go.
I know that.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
and I think that it's good to be able to understand both ways, you know, um, because at the end of the day, ultimately, any responsibility that you put on your back is going, you know, teach, discipline, and help you. You know, let's say you go to work every day as a young teenager, but you don't have no bills. You know what I'm saying? You go out and you buy a cell phone. You know, ultimately now, you know, I can't spend all my money throughout the week because I know I got to pay the cell phone bill. You
Mm-hmm.
know, the little bit older you get, you start driving. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you ultimately know I can't blow all my money because I got a car payment I got to make. You know what I'm saying? And then you get a little older and it evolved into, man, like I live on my own. You know, I go to work every day, but now I know that I got to pay my rent. So, you know what I'm saying? When you start adding responsibility, it help teach discipline and technique. So when you say, you know, in the sense of adding a child to your life, it's gonna make you, you know what I'm saying, understand what responsibility really is. So, you know, it's cool to feel like that. It's cool to want that. It ain't like you know that somebody gonna look at that as a bad thing. Like hell yeah, like having a kid gonna teach you self discipline. It's gonna teach you the best discipline in your life. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely gonna make you realize that man, it's a difference between doing this because I want to do it and doing this because I have to do it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I have to provide. I have to protect. I have to do these things for my daughter. So it ain't no more. Damn, I don't feel like going to work today. You gotta get up and go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't choose to say, man, you know, somebody calling me for this tow, somebody calling me for this unlock. So I don't feel like doing this right now. Like, nah, I had to get up and go do it, you know what I'm saying? Because you have bills, you know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, ultimately being a man, it kind of come natural, but it's definitely more effective when you have somebody that you got to take care of. It don't got to be, you know, a personal child, like he was saying, you know, my brother, you know, he went away and did a bid for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? I took a lot of responsibility for his daughter when he was gone. And ultimately, it taught me even more grace and responsibility because now it's not just Trent. You know what I'm saying? It's Trent and her cousin. You know, when I try to do something with her on a weekend, I want to take her somewhere. I want to take both of them. You know what I'm saying? Now it made me realize, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people out here living, man, you got to think how motherfuckers making it with all these kids. Like shit, the more kids they have, a lot of times the more disciplined they become. You
yeah,
know, you learn that you have to. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like I gotta spend my money a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I gotta live my life a certain way. Nah, we not gonna cook uh crab legs and lobster tail on Monday because we got to eat Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's six of us, like you know what I'm saying. So ultimately, having those kids definitely gonna teach you a lot of responsibility. And you know, you say that you know you should have it before it's already there. You know, it's just having factors to push you in different ways. It's already there. Being a man today, you know what I'm saying? You wake up every day and realize that you gotta handle it and do certain things as a man. It's the same feeling, bro. It come natural, bro. You just find different reasons to push yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. I like what both of y'all said. And not that I hear difference in what y'all are saying, but I see both sides as well. And I understand like what you meant by what you said. And I think that is a lot of healing that has to take place in our lives. And how we've been taught, how we've been programmed as black people, as young black men, is to get prepared when we need to versus to start preparing once we first find out about something potentially coming or a feeling we have. You dig what I'm saying? Like, cause I was in that same boat, and hell, I got 6 kids. So, and I've lost a son. You dig? So, a lot of people when they see you with kids and they see you in the present, they think you've always been this way and you've always known these things. And nah, like it had to be a learning process through the steps. But I got better later on because I had experience, because now I was prepared for what was coming. And when I first started, I treated it how, us as black people, how we treat things. Like we wait till the first day of the job to start getting ready for the job, like mentally and physically. Like, yeah, we got our work boots. We know how to get there. We can badge in, but we're not mentally prepared for this. We haven't really been thinking about this outside of like how much money it makes, how many hours I got to work, what am I gonna eat at work? You dig what I mean? How am I gonna get through the shift? Things like that.
Get
And
in
it
there
works
real
the same
quick.
with parenting. You feel me? It works the same with parenting. Like now that you've made that declaration, you can get started today. You can start asking yourself today, all right, me and my fiance, we have a kid in 3 years. What do we need to be ready for that? Do I need to go to parenting classes? Do we need to go get one of them fake babies and practice? And you wake up and change them. I'll wake up in the morning and change them. You get up and feed them. I get up and feed them. Like, and it seems, you know what I mean? It seems super silly, but it's like we
Nah,
need
hell
stuff
no.
like that.
Yeah, we
You
definitely do.
dig? We need
Definitely
stuff
do.
like we need to start simulating the things that, and I'll say this with love, like the things we think we want, because you never know what you want and what you need until you get it. Everything else is theory, everything else is speculation, it's assumptions, but you'll know when you know. You feel me? So this is a perfect way. And for me, when I was younger, like Twan, I had that access. I had nieces and nephews when I didn't have kids who were younger, who I could practice these things on. Like, let me commit to taking them somewhere twice a week. Let me see if I can do that and stick to that and fit that into my schedule. Fit that in my. Let me make
Damn,
an
I
extra
can be a
plate.
daddy.
Yeah, hey, I've been doing this. You did?
Nah,
Nah, this like my borrow nephew for about a week or something, man.
Yeah,
nah, for real, like. But
Yeah,
I've always been a big advocate of prevention is better than intervention. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So,
yeah.
that doubles back on what you were saying, Russ, about preparing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I know, like, man, I work a 12-hour shift, it's a possibility that we might run over. I'm gonna pack me a little snack because I might not be able to get off and take a lunch. Oh man, it's raining today, so it's a possibility that I'm gonna have to stop and get gas on the way to or home from work. So I'm not gonna wear flip flops out the house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, prevention is always better than intervention. Yeah, it's nice to be proactive and know that I got a plan if something do happen. You know what I'm saying? But if you plan ahead before you get in that moment, you know what I'm saying? It's like you said, you know what I'm saying? You got raindrops coming with an umbrella on, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like that shit ain't touching you.
you good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so definitely, prepare yourself early, you know what I'm saying? And simple things like you said. But I think once again, a lot of this shit come natural, bro, because we good
Mm-hmm.
people. We got good hearts. All three of
Mm-hmm.
us sitting on the podcast, very familiar people, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of our characteristics are similar. You know what I'm saying? So naturally, being who we are and having the heart that we have, a lot of these things gonna come natural. You know what I'm saying? If your girl came home right now with a baby that she found, you know what I'm saying, and y'all never been parents before, naturally being the good hearted person you are, you gonna know how to, fend for that child right there in that moment. You never
For sure.
had the experience that, you know what I'm saying? So, just like I said, practice being who you are, you know what I'm saying? Learn yourself, capitalize on learning yourself, you know what I'm saying? What is my strengths? What is my weaknesses? You know what I'm saying? And you start to practice on your weaknesses, you know what I'm saying, even when they not needed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like we talked about this a couple shows ago, like knowing that, I might not ever, need this let's just say, you know what I'm saying, diaper. I don't need this diaper, you know what I'm saying? This pack of diapers I found in my trunk, I don't never need these right now. But if I keep them, you know what I'm saying, I might be riding down the street and I might see a mother who, you know what I'm saying, might need some diapers, you know what I'm saying? She might be out there with her kid, you know what I'm saying? And it's all about, like you said, just preparing for things before it get there.
for sure. Can't
That's
go
real.
already prepared, man.
Hey,
Bro.
I love to hear that,
Right.
brother. And that's what's going to bring us full circle about what you was referring to earlier. That's love. Like we're doing a lot of things this day and age without love. And once we start to live in that love and see the love in it, we get a whole different outcome. You
Mm.
dig? So like give us some foresight for you. Was you always lovable? You always seen yourself being married? Or is this a new path for you?
Nah, I always knew that I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but I always knew I was the guy for that, man.
I love that, brother.
Nah,
I couldn't really get, like I said, what the crowd always followed, I damn near was always against, bro. Like even when I was single, I do my thing.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, I'm like, bro, I want a wife. I want somebody to love me how I love her, because I can love hard, bro. Like, I done
Hmm.
been in a few relationships, and I'm like, bro, I'm loving hard, and it's damn near about to make me crash out. Like, let me go and get away from this boy. Like, and then when I swear to God, when I bumped into my fiance, I damn near didn't even know how to like receive her loving me. Like
Mm.
I wasn't, I never thought I could have somebody love me more than I love them, and I damn near,
Mm.
I damn near feel like that, man, and that's what I'm getting used to. Like you
That's
see,
powerful.
like
yeah,
you,
it's deep for sure.
So
yeah.
did you come from seeing love? Is your love new in your life, or have you seen people be in love before?
Well, the most love I done seen was my stepdad and my mom. They was together for about 7 8 years,
Okay.
and that ended up going bad for real. But
Yeah.
even from that, I don't feel like that's why I'm the way I am. I feel like I was born this way, bro. Like real talk. Like I just never been a follower, bro.
Hmm.
My
Yeah,
nigga,
love wasn't real cool when we was growing up, and we making it cool.
yeah, for sure. For sure. That's what we need as a community more than anything right now is genuine love, like real care, caring for people, man. Cause it's people quick to figure out a way to hate on somebody or hate this and not like that, and like, bro, it's deeper than that, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's deeper than that.
This is the other side, you know what I mean? And a lot of people try to replace love with lust and pleasure and a good time. And love cannot
Temporary
set in until you heal. You have to heal because you gotta love yourself to love somebody else.
for sure.
You have to love yourself, or you don't know what love is for real.
Them temporary feelings be feeling like love to a lot of people, boy, and I
Yeah,
think people get comfortable with that.
man, niggas just hungry. You hear me? You just need a snack. You ain't in love. Cause,
Exactly.
cause like he said, you gonna know it when it's love. Even before it
Nah, for
blossom,
sure.
you gonna have that feeling like I can't mess this up.
I can't believe it to this day, bro. Like, bro, she loved me. I feel like she loved me more than she did when we first knew that we loved each other, bro. Like, it's just it steady goes up. Like, it's amazing, bro.
I can imagine how good it's going for her just hearing you talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Nah, yeah.
Sometimes you hear men talk about love, it sounds bitter, it sounds sour. You talking about it like you just found it nigga,
Yeah,
today.
like
Like,
this
yeah,
shit
this
new. This
love
shit
thing is in my
good.
pocket.
Nah.
it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing.
That's
Every
That's
awesome.
definitely a blessing, even to hear it, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, it ain't normal. And, feeding into the crowd, you'll find yourself, you know what I'm saying, oh, I don't want to be that guy, like he said, it wasn't cool growing up in our time, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you soft. Oh, you
yeah,
pussy whip.
still
Oh,
ain't
nigga,
no
you on
hoe.
the phone caking.
I was like, bro, come on, bro. I ain't
Hey.
in my kilo, bro. Goddamn.
What
You
what
had
about you, Russ?
substance.
Do you feel like you know what I'm saying, growing up, did you feel like you was gonna be married?
Oh man, absolutely not. I knew something was off because I was more excited to be a father than a husband. And I've been married before and I had a divorce. But even in that marriage, I said cause she cheated, you dig? So for me, I was like, this ain't a retaliation thing. I'm gonna be faithful because I want to show myself I can be faithful in a marriage. When I was a kid, I was thugging, you feel me? So I'm like, I'm gonna use this situation to prove to myself I can do this. Cause
That's
it's so
possible.
marriage is so much more than paperwork. Marriage is so much more than love. You
Mm,
have to have a foundation. Like bro said, I'm nervous to say it, but she like my sister. You gotta have that. You gotta have. It's gotta be weird, damn near. It
Yeah.
can't be comfortable. This person has to make you uncomfortable because they're challenging you to grow. They're challenging you to grow up because you're gonna have to grow up to love them. Love has to evolve. You gotta keep getting to know this person. You don't just meet the love of your life once.
Mm.
That's why I hate when people say you only got one soulmate, you only meet them. Nah, bro, you gonna meet them over through one person. You know what I mean? But you gonna meet them over and over and over because they're growing up, they're changing, they're seeing the world differently. They got your love now, so everything's changed, and that's scary for a lot of us. A lot of people think their biggest fear is being alone, but nah, it's finding that right person and you not being ready, and you fumbling the bag and they did everything to show you they was ready and you just can't figure it out. You hear me?
Yeah.
So we got to prepare for that even when you single. You got to start moving like the person you want to be. If you want to be the gigolo, do that. You want to be married, move like a married man, have
Be,
married
be true to
friends.
yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And be honest with your actions. When you not being a good person, you got to admit that. Sometimes we try to look in the mirror like, "Nah, I'm sweet." Like when I was no good, I stayed out the way. I'm like, I'm not about to take my bad energy around the bros. And
For
I'm
sure.
on a toxic mindset. They all talking marriage and I'm talking something else. I'm gonna let them have that. It's love, but I'm not trying to taint and jade your thing. You know what I mean? I gotta show love for you in that way too. I gotta show you I support you sometimes by staying out the way. Cause I'm on a toxic path right now.
Hell yeah. That got a lot to do with why I be out the way. Cause it's just so common. Like niggas ain't on that settling shit. Like I'm like, bro, we 30, bro. You don't need to be coming to me talking about where the hoes at. I ain't trying to hear that, bro.
Yeah.
Like
We
I'm
way past that.
trying to figure out how to get this business jumping. What ideas you got? Let's get that jumping, bro. Like it's just it be a lot of dead weight around this motherfucker, man.
Yeah,
That's a
but
fact.
that's how some people are hindering their relationships because their partner is seeing their friends on that time, and your partner's like, "Why are you still with them?"
Mm.
Nah, baby, I'm with you, and nah, you in two places that you
Yeah.
got one foot there, one foot here.
I'm in
You
the
gonna
middle.
have to, you got to decide. That's not
That's
fair to
that's that's
them.
that's deep. Motherfuckers don't understand how deep that is right there, boy.
You are the company that you keep, bro.
For
Whether you
sure.
whether you tell somebody it's different or not, they see it with their own eyes. Like you can't just be telling people what it is when it ain't.
Yeah. And men, man, what women don't, well, women know now, but men are chatty, especially a woman we like. We
Yeah,
gonna talk to you, you hear me? We gonna tell you.
for
So
sure.
we done told her, like, yeah, my bro got arrested again. I had to bail him out. We telling them everything. They know everything. You can't hide from a woman you like, bro. You done already told her everything. You ain't even opened your mouth yet. You hear me?
My road dog.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that's feeds into what you're saying and being true to yourself. And if that woman, if that man doesn't accept you for who you are, you got skedaddle. You cannot convince people who you are. You
Mhm.
cannot bargain your worth. You dig? And I only talk shit through experience. I did all of these things. But this is why what we're saying is true. This is why you need that adversity. You don't get good from being right. You get good from being wrong. Being good is just a sign you decided not to be wrong anymore. But you don't get good you by knowing the answer. You get good by continuing to fail the answer and come back and revisit and try again and try a new answer and like, oh, me and my ex tried this, it ain't work out. That ain't got nothing to do with the person you with now. That has nothing to do with them.
Mhm.
Y'all need to try that. Y'all need to visit that. Y'all need to go to that place. Y'all need to open this conversation because you don't know what y'all can do until you do it. And too many times we live out of fear of theory of what could happen or what could go wrong. Or maybe they won't love me back. You gotta go see about that, fam.
At that point, you wasting your time. Just
Yeah. You gotta go see about that.
yeah.
And I see this is the part of preparation that is coming into our realm of healing. I tell people like I don't indulge in anything I can't walk away from. I feel like if you can't take a break from something, you're addicted to it. You're not in love with it. You're addicted to it. It has a hold over you. You don't know how to live without it, you dig? So we have to implore the possibility that sometimes loving somebody is stepping back, not leaving them alone, not blocking them, just taking a step back because sometimes what's happening is they haven't been able to feel your absence. Y'all are too face to face. So you don't even get to miss this person. You don't even get to think about, what you're gonna do when you see them or do something nice. Y'all always in the present. Y'all always on time, and it's hard to grow from that point. So I know it's scary for couples who are madly in love to take a break or take a week off, you dig? But you have to give that to your relationship or you won't know.
Most definitely. Cause
You dig?
my fiance, she from Michigan. So she'll go to Michigan and she got friends in Columbus too that she went to school with. So I've never been the type to be like all on her back. Where you going? Who you with? Cause we just got that type of trust.
Yeah.
But when she gone, I don't bother her like that. But when she get back home, I miss her. Like,
Yes.
like
Yes.
that should be lit, bro.
Bro,
That's
you
a
get
fact.
it. I'm so happy for y'all's union, just like I'll be happy for Twan, cause now I'm getting to know y'all, and like a woman will be lucky to have her man speak about her like this. That's
Facts.
what a lot of women are asking for. Like,
Nah,
just talk about
facts.
me to your nigga. You know what I mean? Like, just talk to me like you love me, and that's, bro. Like, that's powerful.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
That's powerful.
It's real, man.
Yeah,
Really
and
real.
it's inspiring. It's inspiring. Like the road to 70 years with somebody is one day at a time. Y'all are not gonna get there at once.
Mm.
Nah, for sure.
And once
That's
you
a fact.
get there, the things y'all think y'all are mad about each other now, you ain't even gonna care about. You ain't gonna remember.
Should be
You
so.
dig? That's the beauty, bro. Like, cause I used to be one of them youngins. Like, look at them, they old. And now I see the value of getting older, like of having a life, having experiences, making mistakes, trying new things. You know what I mean? Being wrong, being right.
Man, I ain't never been on a plane till I met her. We've been ta-
Oh, that's lit.
we've been taking trips and shit every year, man. She been having
Oh,
me
bro
crazy.
ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going
He
no
ain't
goddamn
going
word.
nowhere.
Did all kind of shit.
He would
Hey,
love
hey,
love.
hey, Russ. When I met him, I was asking him like, "What you be doing in your spare time or whatever?" He like, "Shit, for real, me and my lady, we travel." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, I'm thinking, like shit, motherfucker might go out of town with Columbus, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you shoot up to Atlanta or something." I'm like, "Shit, where y'all be going?" Where was you at the first time? Hawaii or something, bro? He like, "Shit, we going to
Nah,
Hawaii,
the first one was Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico."
Yeah. Then we
Oh yeah.
we just went to St. Thomas and we just went to St. Thomas in December. That was pretty cool, man.
It's up.
Yeah.
So hold on. You gotta tell us about the proposal, man.
I mean, shit. It was it
Was
was
you nervous? What like break it down for us.
and I was definitely nervous, bro. But then I was more anxious than I was nervous.
Okay.
More anxious to show her that I'm really with this shit. Like,
Was this your first proposal to somebody?
yeah, for sure. I ain't
Woo-hoo.
I ain't think I was gonna ever do that shit. But
Woo.
yeah, I was more anxious than nervous, man. And we kept it on an intimate note. Like, it was around her birthday. I did it on her birthday.
Okay.
So yeah, we had a photo shoot. I got it on video. We did a photo shoot, and I had her thinking we were just taking pictures for her birthday. Told the cameraman put that shit on record, and then yeah, I did my thug thizzle, man.
That's
Hey,
so fly. Shout out to that, man. We
no, that's
gotta
definitely
shout out to that, my God.
hey,
That is
that's
so
a real
fly.
salute there, my boy.
Shout
Yeah,
out to the romantics in the building, man.
for
Nah,
sure,
for
man.
sure.
We need that real black love in our society, man. Just everywhere, bro. I wish that it could be like easy for us, bro. But everybody worry about what the next person doing or if they getting played and all that. Man, it ain't about that. It's about being real to yourself, bro. And then whoever real like you, that shit gonna click, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Mm-hmm. And this is another extension of that grace. We have to see ourselves overcome our fears. We have to see ourselves how we do in our wildest dreams. That just can't be when your eyes is closed. You
Mm-mm.
gotta make that real. And it don't matter what it is. It could be big or small to the world. It matters to you. Look at how it's making you feel. Like it matters.
That bright me up, boy. That I felt the energy coming through my body talking about. I ain't never, like I said, I ain't never been on live. Y'all got me on live.
Yeah, look at it.
Good shit.
Open. You hear me?
I'm coming back next week, y'all.
I want to talk about this again.
Nah, for sure, man. Nah, that's a blessing, man, to be
Real
able
talk.
to experience it, man. You know, like I said, I grew up in a marriage, 2-parent home. You know, my parents was married, so I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like firsthand. You know, my mama went to work, my daddy went to work. You know what I'm saying? I don't know all this bull, this new generation. You know, talk about like both of my parents work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I never seen my dad, you know, fussing and cussing at my mom. I seen my mama talk some shit. I see my mama talk some big shit, like, but like back to what I said about dude being, you know what I'm saying, the prime example of what a father is. Like, you know, I never seen my daddy raise his voice at my mama. I never seen him act like he was gonna even attempt to harm her or anything, man. My daddy let my mama talk shit. He went on about his business. All right, Tanya. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That was him showing you how to move for real.
nah, and
He
I
was
think that
a good
became
example.
that definitely is what is a good example. But you know, sometimes they say things can be a gift and a curse. Um, and I say that to say, you know what I'm saying? I love the idea of marriage, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to be married. But I think seeing my dad be such a good husband to he married, you know, my mom, they was married our entire life till my mom passed away. Like I said, my freshman year, I was 15, 16. So they was married previous to me. My brother 5 years older than me. They was married before him. So, you know, I seen the good duration of it. And then, you know, he was single for a little bit, and then he married his wife, you know, that he was married to before he passed. When I say a gift and a curse, because I think growing up, seeing him be such a good husband to my mother and his new wife, I began to be a husband to girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the traits that you know I seen him, you know, carry. You know, I always used to say like, man, I'm trying to be the man that my dad was. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to remind myself that like, your father was married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I definitely see, you know what I'm saying, both sides of it. Like I said, I want to be a husband. I aspire to be a husband. Like, I definitely speak highly of marriage. I commend you too for even experiencing it. But I definitely can say that growing up, I think that I had to realize, you know what I'm saying, the difference between that, you know, because I would beat myself up and wonder, like, man, how you keep getting played and you keep feeling like this. And it was like, you know, you going into these situations and you being a husband to where, you know what I'm saying, a person is only being a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, that was early on in life, fresh out of high school, coming home from college, you know what I'm saying? Like, going through my 20s. And that was kind of the factor going through my 20s. I feel like I wasted a lot of my 20s being a husband, you know what I'm saying? When a motherfucker could have actually been, working towards that. But, being the example, seeing a great example and being what you see, you know what I'm saying? Being what you learn, you know what I'm saying? It can help you and it can hurt you. Always, you know what I'm saying, pay attention. Understanding is key. You can learn something and you can learn it over and over and you can know it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people know a lot of things. They're very knowledgeable of things, but a lot of people don't have an understanding of the things that they know. And I think, with growth and self-discipline over time, you become to understand the things that you know.
That's real. That's real. And I feel like, God, what you just said was so powerful because I feel like a lot of people are at that point and the relationship is struggling because the fundamental difference of dating in a relation in a marriage is you are dating to get to know a person. And then if what you get to know don't work, it's kaput. This is done. The point of a marriage is to stay together. So we're working through what we're finding out. We're not finding out stuff to separate. We're not finding out stuff to be mad. We're finding out stuff to understand. We're finding out stuff to know so that if this comes up again, I'm not triggering you. Or, oh, I didn't know people used to say this to you in the past, in a negative way. Okay, let me rephrase. Let me find a new. That's what a marriage is about. A relationship is just seeing if we're compatible. And dating is seeing if we're compatible. And I had that same issue. Like, it just feels like a waste of time if we're not trying to be married one day. Like, and we can have fun, and we can go to the movies, and we can, you know what I mean? We can do dinner. That's cool.
I feel
But I
like
can't
it click.
treat you like how I really want to treat you if in the back of my head I know you don't want to be married to me one day.
Hell yeah,
That's a fact.
that's real talk. If it ain't clicking, I don't feel like it's meant to be. If it
Yeah,
didn't click very genuinely, like, damn, where the hell you been all my life? Like,
yeah.
we just flowing and vibing like we been knew each other type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it ain't doing that, you might be wasting your time, man. Cause you can't make nobody lay back. You can't make nobody like you said, understand it. You can't make nobody understand. It's either they gonna get it or not, man.
Yeah. And what message comes for you is for you. I never look at the old married couple in the park like, I need to find a wife. Let me get on Facebook. I'm about to where my park girl at? You know what I mean? This is showing me this is possible. So I gotta identify what I may need to be single in this season. I may need to get to know I may need to take myself out. I'm always tricking on people. I gotta take myself. It important to you. Buy yourself something nice. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? I need to see what that feels like.
you
But
definitely.
just because you get a solution to someone else's problem, don't mean that's the solution to your problem.
Facts.
Cause I did that. I went through a relationship, and I told you I feel like I was loving them more than I was loving myself. I was with them for about say 3 years, and after that, I'm like, bruh, I need to be by myself for them motherfucking 3 years that we was together.
I gotta get all 3 of them years back.
Yeah, I'm thugging about 3-4 years. And I did that, and that's what made me realize what I was looking for out of a woman, man. That helped me.
That's a fact.
Commitment for me came down the line. When I was in my 20s, my longest relationships would be like 2 months. Cause like I'm a very visual person. I want to be able to look down at 80 and see me and you on the wraparound porch with the lemonade. You know what I mean? Everybody in the front yard running around, the animals running. Like I gotta be able to see that and feel like we about to do this. And the more I see it's going somewhere else, I feel guilty. I feel like I'm wasting your time now because I know I ain't growing in this. I'm kind of stagnant. I kind of feel how I felt when I met you, which is not the worst thing, but it ain't a great thing either. I want to feel more. I want to see more. I want to be a part of your accomplishments as well. And sometimes people have this visualization of how things should go. And when things aren't going that way, they're just kind of in this depressive state. And they don't realize your partner is watching you through all of this. They can't unsee that when you talking down on yourself. They can't unsee when you keep giving up on your dreams. They can't unsee when you do more for them than you do for yourself. You know what I
Fact.
mean? That's the pressure of having a best friend. If your best friend gonna keep it real with you. They gonna tell it how it is, good or bad, ugly. You hear me?
But they don't want to
And
see.
we need that.
So
We need that. So it is a lot of pressure. It is scary, for someone you love to correct you. But for me, those are people I want the most to correct me. Those are people I want the most. If you can't tell me how you really feel, you're not my brother, and I can't call you my brother. Cause I keep it real. If you got a drinking problem, I'm gonna pull you to the side.
yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you how I feel,
Mm.
and I'm not gonna tell you what you should do. I'm gonna just tell you how I feel and how what you're doing comes off to me. It comes
Come here,
off like you
David
don't care
Ruffin.
about yourself. You
Y'all feel
dig?
y'all can hang with old Eddie Kane?
We gotta stop calling that shit love, man. Like, yeah, I ain't tell bro cause I love you. Nah, bro. We gotta stop calling that love. Tell bro he got a problem.
Yeah, he gonna watch you crash out, bro.
Oh
That ain't cool.
shit.
And then we putting ourselves in predicament because we always gotta bail them out.
They
It's too
cutting up
many
in the
people
comments.
saying like, man, that don't make me a good friend if I ain't bailing them out. How are they a good friend by keep making you have to bail them out? How are they being a good friend to you
Yeah, because they gonna expect that every time. Like,
every time?
does gonna come.
Sometimes people don't realize being a good friend is showing your absence. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Like you said, like shit, I ain't gonna keep bailing you out if you ain't gonna learn from it. A part of me being a good friend is making you sit your ass down there and figure out why do you keep going through this circumstance? Why do you keep putting yourself in these situations? You know what I'm saying? Like, I call them yes men. People don't want
Hmm.
friends nowadays. They want yes men. They want people to agree with what they agree with. They want people to see it the way they see it. They want people to, even when they know they wrong, just because they on their side, they supposed to be on their side. They want them to vouch for them, you know. And I, like I said, I've always been an advocate of never being a yes man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what, you know what I'm saying, I say. If I say it with the intentions for the better of you, you gotta take it how you gotta take it, or you ain't gotta take me at all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we can exit this out real quick.
Fall
You know what
back.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. That's that boundary set in place. We can't have it two ways. You can't come to me as a friend every day and tell me how Shorty keeps slashing your tires, but oh yeah, you trying to double date? You and your wife trying to go out? Like, no, we ain't. She busy. I'm good. I ain't getting around your wife and no knives. We're good.
you was the motherfucker he was with, huh? Let me see your tires now.
Sis might be an assassin for all I know. I don't want to do nothing to
Nah,
upset her.
man.
Yeah, I
Keep
just
me
Nah,
out
got
of it.
that's
that's
damn
factual, bro.
like right now, man. Like my closest friends that I grew up with, bro. I had to fall back, bro, because I had them talks with them, and the same shit just keep happening. So I'm like, shit. Let me go over here, bro. See if you figure it out. I still love you, my nigga, and I still talk to them here and there, check on them, see where they head at. But you can't get mixed up with nobody else BS, bro.
Yeah.
And
And
that's major. And I learned that, you say the most as a friend when you say nothing at all.
yeah.
You
Mm.
know, sometimes your silence should be way louder than your actual speaking. You know, if you my friend and you know me like you say you know me, you know, when you get to doing bullshit and I get quiet, you should recognize that, like, damn, brother, I got quiet. Like, I probably done said some shit I shouldn't have said, or I probably done did some shit that I shouldn't have done. And I don't gotta say that. Me being who I am, us building the boundaries and knowing the respect for each other that we have, you learn to learn the people that's around you. You know what I'm saying? And like I
Yes.
said, my friends that's quiet, when I'm talking, I call one of my friends and I'm venting and they ain't saying nothing. You know what that mean? Twan, you tripping. I know
Yeah.
that. I know, cause
Yeah.
I know all my brothers know, and they know that this nigga just need to vent. He just needs to talk. So they gonna be quiet. They ain't interrupted. They ain't giving me no advice. They just let me vent. But they silence say a lot to me because in the middle I be 30 minutes into the conversation, piss still going off, and they ain't said nothing. And I look at the phone and I gotta say to myself, nigga, you tripping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because like I said, they silence speak volumes to me. You know what I'm saying? When something ain't right and I'm right about something, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna intervene in that conversation. It's gonna be a conversation. It's gonna be dialogue, you know, back and forth. You know, when they just quiet and they let me go off, like, I'm probably tripping, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's a I love that, bro. And that's a lesson for growth for all of us. A lot of people are trying to pick their friends, you dig? Nah, you don't pick your friends. You pick who you want to be your friends, and then life sorts that out. And you don't find out who a real friend is when you're helping. You find out who a real friend is when you in need. And one of my favorite stories is like it be in movies and it happened to a couple people I know, but like they in the hood and they make it out the hood for whatever reason, you know, some positive shit, and they're trying to come back to the hood. And their real friends are the ones not letting them back in. And they're telling them like, bro, no. Like you got this whole other thing going on. You about to come throw it away here. This is our lives. We've accepted this.
Right.
You out there, you could do something different. You can
Peace down.
represent all of us. You
Mhm.
can't you ain't allowed back, bro. Like them is your real friends. And
nah,
it's gonna
that,
hurt to hear that and it's gonna hurt to feel that rejection. But all of that's love. Cause I don't believe hate is the opposite of love. I believe hate is just misguided love. They're frustrated because they don't know how to love you. They don't know how to receive this part of you that they've never experienced. They
Mhm.
don't know how to receive a person who forgives them. They're used to people holding grudges. They're used to people being mad. They're used to people cutting them off. So
Mhm.
they did probably the worst thing in their mind to you, and you was just like, "It's cool, bro. Don't do it again." You feel me? Like you know what I mean? Like tighten up, bro. It's cool, but tighten up. And once you get received that way, and that opens you up, like it will set a new precedence for what you consider a friend. It will set a new basement. You won't allow all the things your friends used to do. Too many people are worried about like what's happening in the moment. And
Mhm.
you can't look at a tree and see the leaves falling and be like, oh, it's dying. You gotta go to the root. This could just be the seasons changing. because they gonna grow back. But when this thing dies, bro, it's dead. You ever seen a hollow tree? It's not growing nothing no more. It's done. You can see where it stops too. You get what I mean? So sometimes, like a part of this healing journey, most times there's goodbyes. Like you're going to have to say goodbye to some things you were not prepared to give up. But if you're trying to be someone new, like that's the price of admission. It costs. Nothing's free in this world. Everything costs.
That's a fact.
Anything bad that's coming with anything, you gotta get away from it. You gotta let it go, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I like
sometimes
to
that's
hold
us.
on to it sometimes. I like to keep it around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit, it build my character, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like ultimately, you know, learning the dark side of things, going through some things, like I said, ultimately make your character stronger.
Yeah.
You know, I can understand a motherfucker who on that lower point of it because I went through it. You know, and now that I'm not in that situation no more, now that I'm not mentally in that space, you know, I still can see that. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times in life, you know, people never go through things and they don't understand why people are the way they are. They don't understand why people, you know, oh man, that dude used to be high school this, he was the jock, he had this going on, and now I don't understand why he out on the corner. It's like because you never went through anything, you never involved yourself in any of these storms. Every time you seen one, you know what I'm saying, you removed yourself from. Sometimes it's good to go through these storms, you know what I'm saying? Like even to relate back to the message that we was talking about far as relationship. Don't always think because it's not working right then and there that ain't it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you know, you just learn the foundation, the principle that if y'all principles are lining up with each other, y'all have the mutual respect and the love, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, every day ain't gonna be a good day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's love ain't perfect. You know, some people, you know, may not go through things. Some people may live A to B life. You know, everything else follow suit. You know what I'm saying? It's very basic. It's very, you know what I'm saying, cut, clean, dry. Like, you know, and some people not. You know, some people are going to go through the whole damn alphabet to get to Z and realize that, you know, that this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but once again, I hate to say it, I'd rather be one of them people that go through them storms all the way to Z because I know the value of what the other letters mean now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
A to B keep you safe as long as you stay in that A to B zone. Now, what happened if A and B don't work and now you got to meet somebody who don't win all the way to Z? You don't know the rest of the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? Like you clean cut, no. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, you know, I definitely want people to understand that you know, sometimes facing them storms are you know the best thing you're gonna do in your life. You know, sometimes going through it to figure it out,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna make you be the best person that you could possibly be.
Yeah. I love how every point we make always ties back to accountability. And when you're not operating through accountability, you're operating through ego. Too many times we show up in a room as a happy person and everyone in there is sad and we try to make them feel better. We think something's wrong with them. Like, no, you're in the wrong room, fam. They came here to do this.
Right.
You out of place. And you and your happiness. Take that somewhere else.
Yeah.
And we take it personally, like, nah, why they sad, bro? What? Nah, bro. Turn some music on. Come on, get up, everybody. You dig? Like, nah.
Work
You
like
gotta
that.
sit this one out, Chief.
Nah, for sure.
It's your ego trying to cheer them up. It's your ego saying they need to be happy right now. They need to be feeling what I'm feeling.
Let that man go through what he going through right now, man.
Nah, that's a fact.
Figure it out because he going through it. You like I said, if you ain't lived, if you ain't going through shit, bro, unless you living under a rock like Patrick.
But we see how easily these philosophies, like as we have them as groups, I'm like, damn, I've been in a relationship like that. I've had a friend like that.
Mhm.
I've seen people talk about their relationship like that. We starting to see all those pieces of those puzzles, and like nothing's random. Like we had to go through those hard breakups. We had to get rejected. You had to like go through them not texting you back, and you just like, damn, what I do?
I just try to
But
look.
you here now. You don't even question it no more. You
Hey,
glad they didn't text back.
Mm-hmm.
That's patience. Like you said, you not looking in the moment and being like, man, things bad now. They gonna be bad. Nah, you in the wrong room, fam.
nah, that's a fact.
You in the wrong room.
So
They want to
Chris,
be sad right now. Go be happy with somebody, because there's women out there that want to be happy with you. I promise.
that's a fact.
Why are you in this room?
I learned a long time ago that when you start peeping that everybody in here is one way and you different. If you ain't planning on trying to take them somewhere else, go on, get up out of there because
Yep.
you trying to change the room. It's damn near inedible. Boy, this is something that's like,
You gotta read the room, play your role.
Mm.
You gotta know how to move around what you reading, bro. Like,
nah. Ultimately understand it, because once you read it and you understand it, sometimes shit, this is where I need to be or this is not where I need to be at all.
Yeah.
You know.
Because there might be adjustments you need to make to fit in the room. So you using that everybody in here weird as a cop out. Because you want to be weird too.
Nah, what you say? You
You
want to
hear
be a
me?
part of that too?
You want to be weird too. Why are you mad at them? Because they figured it out.
get on the way.
You dig? Like, all of this is accountability. All of this is love. These are all the same things we talking about. We done spent an hour and a half talking about it, and I hope y'all see how all of these are connected. These are not different thoughts. We are just so disconnected within ourselves because we're living lies. You at that job you're not happy at. You at that person you don't really want to be with. So now you have to overcompensate for all these lies and all this baggage. And healing is letting all that shit go. It's not yours. I don't care if
That's a
they said
fact.
your name on it. I don't care if they say your name over the intercom. You feel me? It's not yours. Like, you only answer to who you're trying to be.
For sure.
I'm gonna be a good father. You can't call me a deadbeat. I don't care what today is. I don't care that I didn't answer the phone yesterday. I'm not. I know who I am, and I only answer to who I am. You dig? Like, this was great, fellas. This was.
Nah,
I'm
this
glad we came
definitely.
together and did this.
Yeah, this
I'm
this
glad we had Chris, man. It was a
bro.
pleasure having you on, bro.
I
Like,
appreciate this opportunity, bro. Like I said, this is my first time going live ever in my life.
we making history out here, brother.
Hey,
Groundbreaking out
you
here, brother.
feel
We
me?
doing
yeah,
all first. You dig?
yeah,
I love that. So
it's
what
up.
we do as a custom, and then I'll go first, let you go, Chris, and Twan wrap us up.
All
But we
right.
leave a message. You can leave a message to younger you. You can leave a message to your fans, the people that's watching. You know what I mean? Just leave them something. So my message for the people is, what I got from what we were talking about today, and that's be true to yourself. Be who you are. Don't let the reward, don't let obligation, don't let trickery make you feel like you got to play a role that you don't want to play. Play the best role fit for you, and man, knock that shit out the park. You hear me? Like, I'm a hooper, so what they used to tell me is, all leave it on the court. You can't take it with you. So everything you got, all that energy, all that sweat, you want to roll around, you want to miss a shot, you want to make a shot, leave it on the court. You dig?
So yeah,
That's what I got for y'all. Good life for us. Y'all know where to find me at.
for sure,
You go
man.
ahead, brother.
Man, I wanna leave. Hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, we can hear you. I mean, muted mine. We can hear
I
you.
should be buffering here and there, but I want to just let everybody know, man. Whatever you do, give it your all, bro. Don't short yourself. Don't try to take the short way out. Figure out what's the best way to go about discipline for you. Uh, jot it down. Write down what you know you need to work on, and don't make it too like hard to do. Like, start off easy because you know you ain't used to doing it. So start off light, man, and knock them goals off your list every day. I don't care how small it is, bro, because it's gonna add up to something, bro, to a big reward. And yeah, just take it one step at a time, bro. And shit, yeah, don't give up.
Tell the people where they can find you at.
Oh yeah, for sure. Check out the website shopprestigeav.com. All the designs that's available, they're on there right now, and you can find me on Insta. Well, find Prestige Avenue, the brand, on Instagram. What's the Instagram? Shop.Prestige Avenue on Instagram. Check us out, man. We upload new merch. whatever we about to drop, you'll see it. Yeah, tune in, cause we ain't never tuning out.
My dude, man. Hey, I'm gonna leave y'all with this, and it's kind of off topic of what we done talk about today, man. But man, never be afraid to meet new people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had the best experience in my life these last couple years, just being open to meeting new people, bro, and going through new things. Like being able to sit down and you have an experience like this, sitting on a podcast with my brother now, bro. You feel me? Like somebody I look at as one of the bros for sure, bro. Like I met this dude at work. We ain't know each other from a hole in the wall, from some nigga just off the street. You feel me? Like man, and you know what I'm saying? Like being able to really listen and hear his story and you know what I'm saying, learn him a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say that, man, never be closed minded to who you meet. You know what I'm saying? And definitely learn yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been an honor to meet everybody who I came across in these last couple of years, man, because they've all taught me something, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? The ones that I had to cut out, you know what I'm saying? They even taught me lessons to be better for anything that I go through in life. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the ones that I had to cut off taught me my best lesson. You know what I'm saying? Having to cut them off was the best teacher I could ever have. You know what I'm saying? So, definitely, like I said, open your mind up to meet new people. Stop being so judgmental, man. Like really get to know people, really get to meet people. You know what I'm saying? And take the time to get to meet and learn yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's Good Life Twan. Y'all find me at Antoine Overstreet on my pages on every platform, man. You know what I'm saying? Good Life on every platform, man. We signing out, man. Y'all have a good afternoon. I appreciate y'all for the show. Big shout out to Chris.
Peace. Appreciate you guys, man. It was awesome.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. We out. We see y'all. We Mondays and Thursdays with it. Peace.